Bonjour, bonsoir. Jeudi, c'est un plaisir pour nous rencontrer encore for a new series of The Parents' Voices. The Parent Voices, it's a production of AEDAP, the Association of Exchange, Development of Activities and Partnership. For those of you watching for the first time, Parent Voices, it's unique. It's made of parents who are also providers. Then we feel for years that using media, radio, and television, where we are telling our testimonies, it's a good way because for those of you who know me, who know Ronald, naturally not a newcomer, but next month she will be guiding us on a very interesting topic. We want to thank her and want to welcome Wozni Augustine because she's a parent. Her child is 1 year old, but it's good because we are grooming her. So when she get to a child being 18, like we celebrating Philip this year, she will have as much gray hair that I have. Welcome, everyone. Ronald, introduce yourself. Welcome on Parent Voices. Today, we are pleased to thank Inform Families once again joining us for round 2. They are our sponsor today, and they're bringing us the content for the Haitian community, and we thank them. And our show is generally bilingual in English and Creole. Then now you will introduce yourself because we don't see Amos yet, and Wozni will follow. Welcome, Ronald and Wozni.
Okay, good evening. This is my name is Lindor-Latortue. I'm very pleased to be here tonight as a business owner and a parent also in the community. Thank you so much for having me, Dr. Flo.
Good evening. I'm Rosalie Augustine Jean Lewis. I am a new parent of a 1-year-old child, so I'm excited to hear from the knowledge of all of these individuals who have children or children, one child or children's. I have the unique position to be able to work with many different agencies in my capacity. And in receiving the information that we get today, I'll also be able to share some information about other organizations that I know have really valuable information for our children. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, here's the agenda. For nous même qui l'en radio capteur day, if you're on radio listening, and for you on television, you see we are here with you on the screen, and we have to welcome Amos. And today the topic, thanks to Inform Family, it's about media. Media, before we go to the tutorial of that presentation, let me hear from you, Wozni. When you hear the word media now, what comes to mind?
Ooh, what isn't media, honestly? So, you know, traditionally media is just television, radio, right? Mm-hmm. But now with the generations constantly changing, media is social media. So that's the Facebooks, that's the Instagram, even TikTok now, which is so popular during the time of COVID, has become media because trends are picking up on TikTok and the children are using that to communicate information to one another, you know? So even as simple as journalism. So when I think of journalism, like newspaper, that's also media in the sense of how some people still do the reading, you know? So the Herald and all the other Black newspapers, even magazines are just as important. And with the interesting 2020 year that we just have, some media is things that we see on the regular TV channels, like the 7 News, the CNNs, the Fox News. But then what about the ones that people don't agree with and they go and find those undercover media groups that, you know, are limited or focused onto one particular group of people? So text message is media.
Okay. Welcome, Amos. Then you have an assignment. You need to do your pre-test, Amos, because you're running late. Once you finish the pre-test, you can start talking to our group. As you can see, Wozni is leading you. Okay. Anou parler ak parents haïtiens yo. Qui ça qui pour même média? Ça média vle di pour pas k'ap gade nou jodi an la émission ça.
Ok, avant que je me pose question, ça me dit, si tu es capable de lever le computer, c'est tellement ouais, pour nous capable de faire better form pour lui, ça d'abord.
Qui soit dit?
Pour moi-même, média, Amos, I don't know si le capteur de moi, je me dis que si tu es capable de lever le computer parce que c'est tellement ouais. Ok, là.
Ah, voilà, Amos.
Ok, Amos, you
Okay.
got it. Ok. So, media, c'est une plurielle forme de medium qu'il y a. Un medium, c'est une entité qui gagne une forme media. But là, on parle de media, you see everything all together. You see television, you see radio, you see Facebook, Twitter, all the medium that join together call and form what they call the media.
Okay, but for those speaking Creole, what means
Yeah,
c'est tout moyen, c'est tout moyen.
C'est toute façon qu'on est capable de communiquer. Il y a toute façon qu'on est capable de communiquer. Il y a un monsieur qui est Marshall McLuhan qui définit média dans le sens côté lequel dit the medium is the message. Il y a un message qu'on a besoin de faire passer, c'est medium qu'on utilise qui forme des médias corrélés. The medium is the message, the medium is the message. En other words, ça veut dire medium ou bien média, ça qu'elle fait, les massager brain nous. À l'époque, nous sommes gens côté ou supposé entrer la caillou à 6 heures, sous besoin connaître ça parce que pour capable garder 6 o'clock nous, ou bien ou obligé de attendre jusqu'à 10 heures, bien 11 heures encore, pour l'autre news network qui a bien by news. Qu'on y a tellement gain une immense form of way que moun capable garder news ou bien attendre news, li vient un petit genre qu'on y a démocratisé dans un sens ou capable dire, et puis les divulguer dans un sens qui presque est censé ou capable de dire pas bien importance qu'elle était supposé gagner encore. Il pas formal, gens qui sont formal dans le sens tout le monde supposé venir dans leur ça pour nous capable elle qu'on est là capable gagner un nugget of whatever qui passe dans les médias c'est les mêmes qu'on capable joindre. Chaque monde gagne droit par pour sélecter qui ça qui au gain ou bien qui ça qui au voulait tendre, qui ça voulait connaître dans ça qui a passé ou bien dans ce sens pas. Et je crois que nous sommes touchés bien, pour moi, c'est Rosny qui touche point ça, qui parlait de 2020. Et dans la pandémie qui vient de guerre, il y a un autre système qui vient d'entrer là-dedans, c'est Stream Live, de live streaming, qui vient d'entrer, qui vient tourner, soit parler des milléniums, ou du moins soit parler des jeunes, il n'y a pas chita à regarder nous. Yo juste stream news dans télévision, dans téléphone, yo juste stream dans tablette, yo juste prendre un petit crash dans ça qui a besoin qui fait sens pour yo. Eh bien c'est comme ça, nous avons un petit petit moi qui gagne 9 ans, il a téléphone et tout, toute la journée, il comprend aussi de mieux que moi-même comprendre. Même comme on t'a dit ça même, et Instagram, c'est pas tout le monde qui comprend Instagram. Il faut capable comprendre le format pour capable naviguer là-dedans. Ou bien TikTok. Ou bien Snapchat. Toute blague est aussi une autre forme de médium qui vient faire ça, nous les médias all together, les combat ensemble. But il y a un sens d'intelligence also pour capable comprendre qui ça lié, comment il est capable d'affecter la vie par nous. C'est ça.
You are watching Parent Voices, a program designed for parents who are providers, educators like you and I, like Ronald and I, Wozni and I, and Amos and I. It is designed to be for radio and television. It is authentic, it is unique, it is the only one of that kind. And it's not social media, but it is a media format. And we are happy to bring it to you. Thanks to Inform Family today. We have other partners, but today in the topic of media, Inform Families join us and we thank them. Amos, you finished to take your pre-test?
I'm just doing it right now. I should finish soon.
Okay, if you don't finish it, you cannot talk yet. Then we went over in Creole because our show is targeting minorities, mainly the Haitian community and also the African American communities. And because we are also very sensitive to the Hispanic communities, estamos hablando de la forma de comunicación hoy. Este programa es una cortesía de Inform Family hoy con la organización AEDAP. But what is most important that we come to realize as parents is that Wozni said it right. What is not media today? Media, if media, as Ronald said, is a way of communication, once you open your door to be out, you need to be careful. Okay, it's cautious. It's the message that is conveyed, but it's not only on television. We went and we view in Creole, we said there is TikTok. I don't even know how to do TikTok, but the kids who are 3 years old, they do it. Snapshots, stream live, and Instagram, you name it, YouTube. Everything that defines society as a way of communication is media. But through parent voices, today we are adding into our educational component as well the word cautious, because if we remember like Wozni said it well, 2020 was a year to remember when it comes to media in all aspects. You know, marches, people who died, George Floyd, COVID, you know, you name it. Then if there was not that cell phone, okay, everything is accessible in a minute, not even the word television here, then things would have been different, or now is getting different. But however, for the purpose of our program today, we want to make sure that we reflect on the impact of what we see. Alcohol advertisement, the violence that we see on television. But it's not only on television. It's not only on radio. It's in our cell phone that our kids get access to it. But what we are learning from that education program, let me see if I can be smart and move you guys so people, you see what technology does? Look at that. Then we can read and see that younger adolescents appear to be susceptible to the persuasive messages containing in alcohol commercials broadcast on TV, which sometimes results in a positive affective reactions to the ads. Why is that? Why is that, Amos? Why is it that the kids are so attracted to those kind of advertisement?
Remember, the advertising is the key, because they make sure they use an advertising that catch the youth attention. So they know exactly what the youth love. So they use that exact figure. For example, I don't know if you guys been watching football, Super Bowl. Everybody is looking forward to look at the ads in Super Bowl, like the Budweiser. Super Bowl.
That's a good example. Yeah.
And one more thing also about the Doritos. So they use commercial that would catch it, that would catch your attention. So that way you will make impact on it, because you will remember exactly what you see.
You said it, but Wozni, now I want you to really bring that same information to our Haitian community. Then pour qui ça, ti moun yo attaché comme ça à publicité qui gen rapport ak alcool. Ouais, Amos bien dit, Budweiser, ça c'est une, mais yo mette la Doritos là, qui c'est chips là que ti moun yo reme, popcorns là.
I mean, li tout dépend sou ki sa moun wap try pou atire. Si se ti moun wap atire, wap chache sa, yo reme gade. Si son celebrity ki yo atire avet, celebrity sa fa sa, fom ge sa. E sou li, le ti moun wap chache tenis, se paske football player, basketball player ap itilize sa, moun ki jwe soccer to, well, soccer, football, American soccer, an Haitian football, Haitien, whatever. Ou kompon, yo chache moun ki yo konet si moun yo reme, ave sa ti moun yo fe, mommy, daddy mwen vle sa. Mommy, daddy moun sa gen, fom gen tout. Kon y a nan sens akol lan, nou konnen ti moun pa dwe bre, ou kompon se pa pou ti moun ki yon ba 21 ans, mais ça pa vle di si gon voisin, on ti moun ki populaire, ki ap fe bagay lan, yo même yo vle populaire tout, yo vle nan klik lan, yo vle nan gang nan, d'apre l fè sa lot moun nan fè, ou kompon? So, Amos te dit bien, whoever the advertising company knows who they're targeting, you know?
Yes.
They have the focus groups, you understand? So why are all these cartoons popular too? You know, is it coming from another country to come here? You know, a lot of these, like at least for me, my son is 1 year old, so I can't talk about a 5-year-old and I can't talk about an 18-year-old, right? So I was looking for Sesame Street, you know? For me, I remember Sesame Street as a child, so it's easy for me to say, okay, let me try to get my son to watch Sesame Street. But now you have all these other cartoons that are not American, that are foreign from other countries and different languages. And I'm careful to say, okay, what is the significance behind it? What are they really saying when it's not in English, you know? Or what is this, like, for example, Ring Around the Rosie when we were children. Now as an adult, you realize that song had another persona behind it. What is it trying to get to our children? So as the parent, you have to be just as involved in what your children are watching, so you can say, "Kon sak pase?" And well, for me, ou est swap dat sou TV, ça c'est bagay grand moun. Même se ti moun, mais télévision ti moun nou. Or maybe not, say, you know what, this is only for adults. You shouldn't be doing that because you are a child. Let's have the conversation, because we can't just say no, 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 no. When you tell people no, what do? They go find out and do it anyways, right? Because you didn't explain to them no, why this is a no. So conversation is just as important.
Yes. Bon, kounye la mabral ba nou un test.
Oh, man.
Let's see, I have that true and false question, or true or false. Most adults, they either don't drink any alcohol or they drink it too much or a little bit. True or false?
Can you say one more time?
Okay. Most adults either don't drink any alcohol or they drink too much or just a teeny bit. True or false?
True for me.
I think it's true.
Okay, you cannot guess, and if it's true, tell me why.
Okay, it is true, because if you said most adult, so it's like more than half of the population, and not half of the population are drunkards or things like that. And some people choose not to drink. Yeah, some people, socially drinker, and some people choose not to drink, period. So
You got it. It's like we first here. We said it in our last session. Amos doesn't drink at all. You can give him wine, he will tell you no. But me, I love wine. But that doesn't make me a drinker, an alcoholic, because I drink responsibly and I drink socially, you know, and that's exactly the truth. And but when we watch things on television, and based on some statistics extracted from mental health and on substance abuse, then not only alcohol has a major impact on our children, but also the parents. Children emulate, they copy their parents' behavior. If a child is watching daddy drinking days and night, 5% that child will be drinking as well, because that child will be testing the alcohol. And some parents who are responsible, they will give their child to drink as well. And that is unacceptable. And lastly, here for that slide, we see too much exposure to violence, because once you drink too much and your head is not there, and they show so much violence until, okay, let's say Memorial Weekend, Miami, day after day, and even today, we paused for 1 minute to take off Senator Campbell's child who passed, who was not passed, he was killed. Violence. Every day you turn on the television, it's all about violence, a child being killed. And here's some facts also. They said the average fifth grader watches more than 3 hours a day of television. And now with MSOs where the kids were at home, I will say yes. Okay, I will say yes. And also that increased a new way of media. We forgot about that. We did not mention that. Computers are part of media. I said the telephone, internet, video games. In my case, my two boys, I told you those stories, guys. The video games are really part of their life on a daily basis. They don't go to bed on time. They don't have, there's an impact of them not sleeping enough, I think. And also we're seeing 53% of all 8 to 18 years old. At home, I have 14 and 18. Okay, say their families have no rules about TV watching. I have rules, but for a reason, now that school is over, then it's all about video games. But I think households should have rules. What are your takes on that? Starting with you, Amos, and Wozni, you can interject on that aspect, on those facts about television.
Yes, I do have rules in terms of television and also the iPad and also the cell phone. And what happened now, the fact that they're online all days, sometimes it's hard at this time to enforce the rules in the iPad because they spend the whole day in the computer, and then sometime they have to go ahead and they have nothing much to do. They cannot go outside play too much, so therefore they have to have the iPad to watch the game, to play games. So what I do after 9 o'clock, everybody don't play with the iPad. So nobody sleep with the iPad. We have a station. That's where everything is plugged in. So when it's die, you let it charge for about 2 hours. Then later you could use it. But what happened is the kids watch exactly what you told them. Si tu fais que ou pas enforcer règle ou diora, y a pon nan ti fil. Give an example. Sometimes you can pretend you're fairly, you mette dans bazor yo. Ou chercher au barrel.
Yes.
So ça me fait moi-même c'est me dormir en dernier. Me lever, mal me chou me gars que tout mon a dormi, parfois me kon rive me kon a pas de dans me. On prend, l'aime kon
collecter.
So make them pay the consequences. It's tough, but you have to make them pay the consequences. That way, they will not do it again. Right now, nobody sleep with the iPad. Even I could sleep, now you wake up, they're not going to pick it up because they know there'll be consequences when they choose the iPad. One more example. My third daughter, what she did while she was in class, she had the iPad. She didn't log in class on time. The teacher texted me she was late to class. How you going to be late to class when you are at home? And I figured out she was an iPad. I took the iPad away from her. She didn't have it for the whole week. She said, Daddy, please, I'm not going to use the iPad anymore in class. Please let me have a chance. So then I give it to her. She didn't use it again. So I mean, you have to follow, enforce the rules, whether they like it or not, because at the end of the day, people team not create, going to create.
Those very important facts. You are watching and also you are listening because it's a program designed to be on radio and television. Today, our sponsor and partner is Inform Families. We are discussing a reality, something on a daily basis that we are part of, which is media. And facts are facts. Wozni gonna continue with us. You will not see her on screen. Don't forget to do your post test because as parents, we are in school. If you love what you are watching and you want to really take the test for us, we will welcome that. But that's not the most important thing to many of you watching on television and radio, but at least the facilitators that we will make sure that we comply and do that part. We're gonna continue here and move forward with some facts regarding alcohol advertising. Listen, we said good with Super Bowl. Here's are some numbers. $5 billion is spent every year on alcohol advertising, okay? But what they should be worrying about, should be to, they should not normalize. Kounya la yo fait comme si c'est normal. Okay, like it's a norm for people to have a heavy drinking. And also the relationship with sex. They show that if your head is not there, if I can say it like that, the higher, if you high, then the more you enjoy sex, but that's not happiness. And that's not the quality of life that we want for our children. Okay, let me see. Okay, the people who do not drink, those are some supported notes in some families sharing that there's a lot of reason why some people do not drink. It's also because of all that, okay? Because of their religious reason, because of health reason. Some people make the right choices for their quality of life that they do not associate happiness with sex, happiness with heavy drinking. Ok, parents par exemple qui élève ti moun yo dans l'église. Ok, ça va veut dire pas gen ti moun l'église qui pas boire patafiateur non, mais ça yo montre que grand pile parents qui tellement strict, ça dit que ça yo quoi confiance que yo gagné, l'en bon Dieu pas fait que yo l'en boire. Vous comprenez? What do you think, Ronald, about that?
The thing that I would like to note also, you just thought of it as I was thinking about it. Talking about television or ad on television, there are two things that they care about, is money, and they tell you that much. If it's not sexy, it's not sell. On television, two things sell, blood and sex. So if it's sexy, you will sell it. If it's bloody, you will sell it too. And look at like the movies that you see that sold out, all the movies that sold out, all the television that is like a all-time high, all those TV, all they have in common, they have sex on it, they have blood on them. And if you don't have two elements, it's not going to sell. And this is the unfortunate part of it. And when you're talking about the Super Bowl commercial, they are very easy, quick cut. They show heavy metal music and things like that. Those are the ones that is activating people. And when you do a commercial, there is a double meaning into whatever you see. There is a double meaning. What you see is not exactly what it is. There is nothing happened by accident on TV. Nothing happened by accident on commercial. So they have like deliberately make decisions that is going to affect people. And sometimes it may affect our children. For the most part, it may affect our children, but that's how they make their money. That's how the money is making, because they have to sell, and the two things that sell is blood and sex.
Yes. Par haïtien yo, moun yo tellement fait petit nou boue la publicité qui la télévision, yo fait yo pour yo comique. Yo fait yo mette musique ti moun nan remet tout. OK? OK?
Par exemple,
c'est important.
Par exemple, ma par exemple Corona. M'pa kon si gade commercial Corona, il mette moun beaucoup ton la main, bitch avec Snoop Dogg. Cap fait m'pa kon si gade commercial Corona, yo utilise figi Snoop Dogg dans beach cap Jean fait portrait is really catchy.
So that's what the advertiser, because in order for you to be a good advertiser, you have to be able to create that feeling of at want or need. And if the want is not there, if the need is not there, you're not going to sell it. You have to be able to create the need for that.
Et c'est ça Wozni te dit. Wozni dit que moun yo connaît qui, they know who they want to attract. They add all the spice for them to really get their customers. Like we know who we want to attract in parent voice.
Exactly.
Okay, we're doing the same thing. We are using media, but we're doing a counterpart of all we think that is risky for our parents, because we are parents as well, to do a different type of contribution into society. let me see. They have several type of movies. Okay, I see it, and we said it right there that they use animals, they use humor, okay, to attract our children, okay? And also, you gave the example of teacher Corona, but here Inform Families is giving us like even if we're looking at some children channels, okay, we have to pay attention because even some messages among children, sometimes it's amazing that Fox Kids and some of the programs have other content that are not totally appropriate, that even we see violence among children as well. Then c'est nous même parents qui pour veiller, pas parce que c'est Disney Channel que ti moun yo pas mort, you not. It's not because it's Disney Channel or Fox Kids that kids do not beat each other in ears, they don't fight each other and things like that. Then we need to be very conscious of that kind of information and impact. Okay, then we talk about jeans, we talk about sneakers, they use gums, but we need to be careful. Okay, now here's some tips for us. Okay, then là, m'a quitté ni ou même ni Amos avec Ronald, nous chacun prend moitié for you to share with our Haitian parents.
Ça qui est important, et nous t'avons conseillé tout parents, avant d'entrer dans ça, Dr. Flo, et nous pas conseillé qu'on regarde cartoon Simpson là.
Oh,
Simpson là, c'est pas pour tout le monde.
Yes, Simpson is
Pas pour tout le monde.
And it's very sexual. It has very sexual language.
So faites attention avec Simpson, même si qui chale mettre dans Channel 7. À dimanche, ou pensez que tu n'as regardé cartoon, ou c'est Simpson, et guess what happened? Like you said, on va faire attention. Pour ça qui est important, et là difficile, parce que nous, ça, Dr. Flo, parents haïtiens, à cause de horaire travail, et pas assez de temps pour suivre les moun, par exemple, pendant ce temps, arriver là, tu vas faire toujours dans le cas pour contrôler, pas bon terme suivant parents que bagaille. So ça qui n'a fait qu'on y a là, dans tablette yo gagne un feature là-dedans qui est capable de limiter combien de temps qu'on utilise la tablette là. Ou dans setting là, ou dit ou qu'on a bloqué quelques apps. Il pas regarder telle app là-dedans, mais telle depuis là pas qu'on peut pas ouvrir. Mais faut make sure qu'on pas montrer quand on fait parce que si on côté fait qu'à retirer.
Okay, what Amos is telling you to all our Black parents, we are getting ready for summer. Caribbean months is June, and our Haitian parents, he gave the example of Simpson. Simpson is aired also early. Can you believe sometimes they air it at 7 p.m.?
Yeah, that's a 7. It airs 7
on Sundays. Then he's telling you no, it's a no. Para ici yo Amos do même la ka moi ça dire que beaucoup y la 14 18 ans. Yo gade Simpson yo même si me dit yo pas garder, m'pas besoin bay menti yo garder. Mais n'a parlé de ti moun qui 1 an jusqu'à au moins 10 ans. Ça faut ou yo pral en vacances, Jean Amos dit, faut qu'on veille ça y a garder et puis tout même lorsque ou mettre contrôle parent ou pas qu'à mettre contrôle pareil pour faire comme si vous égaré et puis c'est petit moun non ba mettre le pour mes amis par haïtiens yo fais attention. Don't ask your children, my dear Haitian Caribbean parents, to put the parent control for you. They will cheat you. They will cheat you. Yep, they will watch whatever they want without you knowing, as Amos said, because of your work schedule. And now it's summertime starting. Thank you, Inform Families, for making this possible for our Haitian parents. Watch it as many times as you need to. And that's why it's going to be on Haitian televisions. Please, to make a conscious call of the reality of how important we need to have a sense of parenting and responsibility on what our children are watching. Okay. Safety, I leave that for you, Ronald. Me.
Yeah, the unfortunate part of it also, one thing that I was going to say, like YouTube they have access to YouTube.
And
Even if
YouTube
you
has
don't
all
know
kind of movies.
Yep.
that they have everything they want to watch, and that's the unfortunate part of it. Even you say that, okay, you're not going to watch this TV channel, you're not going to watch this thing. Yeah, but they know exactly where to go to get the exact thing that they want on YouTube. Like, for example, yeah, and they have like another one to the TikTok, and people are talking about TikTok now. Yeah, myself, I don't even understand how TikTok works. But
I
my
don't know how
daughter,
to use it yet.
yeah, she's 9 and she has an account on TikTok. I said, how that happened? How do you get that account? How do you form it? I have no idea. So there are like so many things, even like when you put limit on things that you don't want them to do, but at the very same time, the safety part of it is always lagging. There was a time we were worried about the fact that they will be watching too much PBS or something like that. Now they don't even want to watch PBS because it's not that sexy to them. They have other stuff. They emulate the YouTubers. They have YouTubers that talking about, because I saw like so many junk they watch, and especially now if they want the same thing that they can get on their cell phone, they can bring it to the TV channel also. It doesn't have to be Disney Junior. You don't have to get or transcribe to those channels anymore, because now they know exactly where to go to bring it to the screen. And we're talking about safety for our kids, the internet safety that is, because of the online classes that everybody doing. And usually we tell them they should not be spending too much screen time. But for the most part, they go to school from what? From 7:30, 8 o'clock until 2 o'clock, they spend their time watching the screen if they do it at home. And the second they finish their classes, now they just transform from the classes or the classwork to the other stuff that they want to watch on their whatever, because they've been communicating with their classmates, talking about this, talking about that. And I have my daughter also, I always use her as an example. I was listening to the radio, I don't even know the word of the song. And I said to her, how do you know the song? She told me I have other siblings. So that means even like you don't teach them, even you try to control them, they will pick up from other places. And this is
Very important. Then while you listening to us on the radio, but if you're watching us on television right now, please, parents, we do this for you. Internet safety statistics, get informations, reach out to us. You know the many issues that happen. You know how many crimes, what statistics shows the numbers of kids who suffered from bully,
online
bullying that created, you see right now, that created also suicide, that really relates with suicide. Children with cell phones and access they have in YouTube, like Ronald said. Then parents, please, we are here for you. Ronald, give them your number again, please. Amos, give the parents your numbers.
My phone is 786.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, my number is 561.
Go ahead, Ronald. We lost you for a minute. You share your number and Amos can do the same.
We can. Oh, okay, can you hear me now? Yeah,
yes.
Okay, 561-779-1486, 561-779-1486.
Okay, then we share our information with you. We share your number with you. If you want to be a guest on the show, Informed Families value these parent voices and we thank them. Amos, your number?
786-543-3014. 746-53-34. Pour téléphone, just marquez nous sur YouTube, nous sur Google la monter.
That's very good. Here's another crisis in many families. Online gaming. Okay, I think they should put some adults in it as well. 97% of teens 12 to 17, computer, web, portable, and console games OK, et puis yo montre impact là sous yeux parents, sous yeux ti moun nan. Sous bon quoi que yo dit que le permettre moun faire l'argent parce que moun qui continue plus moun nan, etc. But at the same time, look at the danger here. Predators play those games too. Et c'est là yo joué à petit tout et puis mélanger. Okay? Okay, am I correct here, Amos?
You are 100% correct.
Okay, then we want you to really be aware of the statistics because informed families content on media is relevant, and that's why we partner with them to bring you that information in to all minority communities. Now, sexting, okay, that is like 4% of cell-owning teens say they have, don't you? It's not texting, no? That's a word, a new word for our children.
Yeah.
Sexting. Ça veut dire que y a fait l'amour en téléphone. Il y a envoyé des messages, il y a envoyé des photos tout uni. Ce qui implique que parents haïtiens, nous devons prendre ça nous pour nous ouais danger qui gagne dans bagay ça. Ouais 15% de moun qui ont téléphone dans l'âge 12 à 17 ans passer plus de temps à texte et messages qui pas appropriés et à faire l'amour dans téléphone. 73% de moun profile yo, c'est vidéo tout uni, c'est photo tête yo seulement. And when it's gonna be time for them to desire to be a professional and to look for a job, they already wasted part of their profile. Et ça, très important, et ça, c'est bagay pour nous parler de yo, okay? Alors, while school is ending, we brought you those information. Then, we want you to be informed parents. Take a screenshot, okay, fait photo by sa yo parents yo. Mais, ouais, par exemple, aller dans wiresafety.org, netsmarts.com, safekids.com. Même là, when your children see that you are aware, it is very important. Okay, iSafe.org. This is very, very important. And also, educate your children. Tell your children, never stop telling them how it is important for them to be safe, to be responsible with technology. To not post pour pas mettre toute vidéo dehors. Pour yo pas panique pour aller là, la market, là, puis yo dit tout le monde yo parle la market. Et puis c'est the human trafficking. Parents all the time are losing their children. You take the child went to the supermarket and the child does not appear again. I don't know if you guys as fathers, June is also Father's Month. I want to acknowledge you. I'm very proud that you make the program. I can honor you. And what we will do, Amos, I will send the pre-test and post-test that you can send with Darlene because she can get access to the recording and she can do it because that's gonna really, really show our participation.
Okay, no problem.
Happy Father's Day to you. It's a day for you. Even though it's this, oui, faut qu'on compte parce que
ça, nous Ronald.
Yeah.
No, but now you have Ronald makes the balance. And we got that's very nice, very nice. And also some internet safety parenting tips. Okay, communicate all the time. Keep in the living room. Mais ça, living room, ça fait computer dans la chambre, etc. Ti moun nan li inedi matel pap sot la dan. Limits, be consistent. Trust your judgment. Trust your judgment. And lastly, here, top 10 internet acronyms every parent should know. Now, doucement pour faut qu'on connaisse. Ouais, mais y a peut-être emojis.
Yeah.
Ok, m'a commencé le tout petit comme ça, mais parent over shoulder, pour yo dire que wap veille que nous là. Parents in womb, you see peer. Okay, parent alert. Okay, merci mon yo fréquent. Okay, it's the code. Now you guys can take your post test.
420.
Codes are there, and we yeah, I'm gonna take my test too. Okay, parent are watching. Jesus. You know, I didn't know those things. I'm learning.
I know a few of them because
Take notes. That way you don't fail your post test.
I know.
Keeping parents clueless.
I know I'm dealing with kids.
Okay.
You don't have that thing on the Netflix. Netflix.
Okay, this one that's an address. Okay, I don't want to remove it. I want to see it. Well, ADR. Address. Okay. Address.
Netflix.
Mes amis.
You know what Netflix here for, right?
Parent clueless. Mes amis, kiss for you. Guys, it was a great exchange on parent voices. I'm not gonna let you go, gentlemen. Do your post test, and once you do, tell me you're done, and I'm gonna email it to Wozni, Nancy, and also Amos for you to get Darlene to do it for us. Then we'll appreciate that. Thank you for a good school year. Nous remercions tous parents qui participaient, qui bénéficiaient de programme. Thank you, informed families, for the trust and parent voices, the first and only program designed to be on radio and television, reaching out to parents providers. It is a platform where parents feel that they can give their testimonial. It's not a program that it is recorded and after that is a social media. No, you want to be part of parent voices. You are not afraid to tell your pain, your joy. We put you on radio, we put you on television. We've been doing that for years. Amos, Ronald, happy Father's Month, because you guys are great fathers. And to papa gade, all the grandpas, we always clap for the moms, but informed families clapping for all the parents this month. Guys, your inspirational words?
If I may go first, one thing that I would like to say, please, to everyone, don't put out there on the social media anything you don't want people to know about you. Because tomorrow you may probably think that, okay, this is disappear, I just delete it. It's not. Somebody recording it somewhere. Probably 1, 2, or 3 years from now, this thing may pop up. And then you're looking for a job, you're looking for something else, and then that may come and hurt you. Please be advised, don't put anything you don't want people to know about you out there. That's what I can say.
One thing I could say, be wise, because there is no undo when you post.
Yep.
So be wise.
I learned my lesson. I learned my lessons. You don't click send and you don't reply to all and you don't like everything on social media.
That you see.
Say it one more time. You don't click send without thanking. You don't reply to all if there's no need to. And you don't like, even though it's that show, unless you see the beginning to the end. But once you see us and you like the content, like. That's why we don't go and tell you share. We don't know where it's gonna go. Okay? We want quality. And informed families is about quality. And this is why we have this show for you this month. Take care, and guys, I'm saying bye-bye, and until next month, July 7, that's when we're gonna record. Take care. Great job.